Leading up into the elections, because the investigation was going to span sort of two councils, the end of the 2018-2021 term and the 21 to 2024 term, we weren't predicting too much of interference, and it hasn't really interfered. But the orientation of the new council, and then the entering of the fourth wave of the pandemic, and then as well as all the other things happening in Kahnawake, did put some strains on some meeting dates. And then as well with Deloitte themselves, I mean, the goal was sort of like those soft targets. You know, we started in May and wanted something to end by August, September. You know, we didn't want it to be dragging on too long, but we understood that there could be some delays. And then, as I had stated before, originally it was proposed that maybe there would be about 15 interviews. That was the proposal coming in from Deloitte. Subsequently, we ended up doing 29 interviews. We don't have a date planned or an exact date set. Again, we're waiting on Deloitte to get back to us. We're suspecting mid-October. That's kind of what we're shooting for right now. So about 2 to 3 weeks. We're working now finally on the global strategic plan for it. What I can just say is sort of some of the history is that in 2019, this is when it all came to light. You know, there were some quick reactions to how to try to address it. Then the asbestos working group was formed and finalized in October of 2019. So since 2020 of April, really been pushing on trying to figure out how we can address it. But, you know, again, being in the pandemic, and then the passing of the Grand Chief in August 2020, talking about the investigation, more areas sort of coming to light. You know, we had the 106 area, then there was pipes that were found on the island. So it was trying to figure out really how all of this was, how we encompass it and go forward. So right now, my goal, my deadline is sometime in November, maybe towards the end of November, to have that plan finalized. We do have sort of the skeleton of it. So now it's just putting all the information to it. And then again, you know, coming out of the elections, we've had about, you know, two and a half months of just orientation stuff. So not a lot of meetings and things like that could have taken place. But now that we're coming out of it, I'm really pushing to get all that stuff finalized. So I'm hoping by November, end of November, that we'll have that plan presented to council and approved. And then we can take the winter to really work out the schematics and then be ready for next spring.